what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila, and I'm giving you a review of Tyler Perry Sister Seasons 4, Episode 3, Unwanted Visitors. All right, the show picks up where it left off. You have Karen, you have Danny, you have Preston, you have the client. They're all at Karen's Hair Mastery, and they are talking. So Danny is like, what are you doing here? Preston is like, what are you doing here? You get your hair done here. She's like, no, that's Karen. She owns the shop. Oh, so that's Karen. Yeah, that's Karen. So what are you doing? You got your dungaroos on, and then they're like, well, can we talk? And then she asks the girl, the client, can we talk? Oh, yeah, just a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. Oh, girl, don't push it. So then you have Karen. No, you have Danny and you have Preston. They go to the closet that's an office, which is a cloffice. They sit in there and they talk. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want me when you want me. That's what Preston says. And then Karen says, well, I tried to express to you how I felt, but you really didn't. And so Preston is like, well, if I don't want to give you a piece of me. I want to give you all of me. All of me. But anyway. So here we go. Then she's like, well, what are we doing? I don't know. When you're ready to figure something out, you let me know or whatever. And then she says like, okay, so no black girl wants to talk about cows. Oh, well, she does. Danny face molded. She does. She's a veterinarian. She knows more about cows than I do. Oh, okay. So that's why y'all got y'all little boots on. Mind you, maybe Danny was just being funny because when I looked back and I saw that girl, she had on them white little kitten heel sandals with some black stockings on to me. They look like them same shoes that Monica had in her Don't Take It Personal video. I don't know. But hey. So they talking. I guess they gonna figure it out. And then Preston, mind you, Karen, Danny looked very beautiful. Her hair was beautiful. Her face was beautiful. Preston, he had a swirl going up like this on his hair. And then the client, her hair just went under like this. It went under like this. But anyway, so Preston is like, Karen, you figure it out. And then Preston leaves with his girl, the veterinarian, and they walk on out the door. Karen enters the cloffice, and then they're talking, and they're just like, so, you know, you being messy. And then Karen is like, well, you would tell me when Zach got here acting up. And then she was like, well, this is different. Oh, yeah, he saw me with El Fuego. And then Karen is like, oh, dang, you know, so, well, he just walked out the door with, oh, girl. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. And then it was like, well, I figure you do the same thing for me. No, you know, it was just a whole back and forth about that. And then it was something to the effect of, oh, Zach, where does Zach come from? I don't know. So you have Zach, and she's like, well, when Zach got out of prison or jail, he did a favor for her to go work at this girl's clinic, and I guess that's how inadvertently Zach ended up hooking up the veterinarian girl with Preston, but they met at a gas station because Karen asked. How that go? I don't know. But anyway, so they kind of squashed that, and then they move on out. And what's her name? Danny, she's walking out. Pat said something too. Pam said something to her. She was like, "Girl, don't make me beat your little butt up," you know. And she walks on out the mastery of it all. Okay, so then Danny calls Fuego, and then Fuego was like, don't call me with no attitude. I want you to come over. I want you to come over. Dang, whoever you mad at, don't take it out on me. Just come over. All right, bye. That's done. So then you have Danny going over to Karen. Danny going over to Sabrina's house. Sabrina looked like she finna go to church, not a date. And Danny looked like she ready to go to a date and not to church. So then they're talking and drinking and had a joint that's not a joint because it's not lit. And then they're talking back and forth about the girl, the client, liking Preston, and she liked cowboy boots and cows and stuff like that. And Sabrina's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then she's like, oh, okay, but Zach did it. How did Zach do it? Because you know how it is. I told Zach to leave my house, and then he ended up hooking up. They just came up with this whole thing. he come hooking up that girl with Preston, and then here's Sabrina. Yeah, he would do something like that. Is this a setup? It's just a setup. So you think that Fatima and Zach is a setup? No, I don't think that Fatima and Zach is a setup. He loves that girl. And then Sabrina was like, well, Misery loves company, and you're Misery, and I'm going to my company. And she goes on over to Calvin. So Calvin is there with Les and Maurice, which they have nothing in common as far as relationship wise, but they can be good Judys together. They laugh and they talking, they telling, and then Sabrina comes in, and then Sabrina's like, hey Maurice, and then Maurice is like, oh, you set this up, because Maurice always mad at Sabrina about something. She was like, oh well, and Sabrina's confused. Oh no, I don't know. And they tell me, well, we can't be together no way because we like the same thing, and then it's funny because Sabrina and what's that boy named Calvin, they end up going on a date, right? And then Maurice is like, y'all need to switch shirts, which they really do. And yeah, they do. And then Maurice is like, so you kissed Calvin on the mouth? He was like, yeah, we always do. It's fun. He said, that's nasty. Which it is. Because Calvin is a metrosexual, but he's like on the high end of the metrosexual. It's what it is. So they go on, and then you have Karen, and then you have what's that girl name? Karen and Andy. So Karen's over at Andy's house. Andy still has on her shoulder pads with her shoes off. And then they're talking. So you gonna keep the car? You gonna sell the car? Or whatever. She's like, I don't know. You want something to drink? And then Karen's like, oh no. And then she has this pen. She's like, oh, you want the pen? And I was like, what she need a pen for? What's she finna write? And then I was like, oh, a vape pen. Duh. Anyway, and then she's like, oh no, I don't want it. Well, what's going on with you? The preacher man must really got you. And she's like, oh no, the preacher man don't got me. I do miss him though. Well, call him. I don't know. Call him. They go back and forth with that. And then they're like, so you want to go ride in the car? And then my thing is this. So she got this car out there, this beautiful car, and she has all this stuff in the car. So nobody steals. Nobody steals. She didn't think to take the bags and the jewelry and the purses and bring them up to her house. I mean, I guess they not groceries. So there's no urgency in bringing this stuff upstairs, Anyway. So, and then Karen is like, well, I ain't never rode no Rolls Royce before. Girl, me either. So they get in the car, and all of a sudden, who was that? Oh, it's the police. And then the police is like very aggressive. Can I get your license and registration? Hold on. But before that, they're like, well, are you speeding? No, I wasn't speeding. And then she's like, well, let me put my purse, my purse up on the seat. You got your gun? Girl, yeah, I got my, be quiet. So the police officer comes up. And then he's like, license registration. And then here go Karen. She a lawyer. And then she was like, yeah, oh, don't worry. I will handle this, Karen. And then she said, well, you got the right one today. Because Karen was talking her mess, right? And so, get out the car. Who? Me too. I gotta get out the car. I thought she the one driving. Now, you get out the car too. You get out the car. So they both get out the car. They're on opposite sides of the car, right? So, there's like, yeah, somehow, anyway, so all of a sudden, it's four police get out of each door of the car at the same time. Like, well, it was three more anyway. So they get out, and then Karen kind of ran around the other side like, ooh, girl, what's going on? Or whatever. And so all of a sudden, the man just started saying, he's sorry, and he wants you back. Oh, yeah, because Gary was tracking them. Like they said, you think he tracking you? I don't know. But yeah, he was tracking them. And he had a whole setup. He had the police over there set up. And the fake, what they call them, singing telegrams. He's sorry, and he wants you back. And it was funny because they all kind of getting in line. And the little black lady, she was just doing like this because I don't think she knew the words right or whatever. And so here's Andy. And they said, here your phone. Call him. Karen, you better not call him. What's wrong with you? Girl, your mom about to whoop your butt, And then she's like, you can get in trouble for impersonating the officer. And here go Andy. Yeah, you can. And so they're like, okay, well, ma'am is right. Y'all need to leave. So then they leave. They get in the car. I guess their mission was a fail because Gary didn't get that phone call. Side note, Gary knows Andy. And Gary knows what Andy likes, what she don't like, and all this stuff. And as much as Andy want to say she done with Gary, I don't know. Because it's like, it don't really take much to get her back. Well, it do take much because Andy is a material girl, but they just need a few little extra gestures and she's back like putty because she over there singing, sorry, and he wants you back. Karen, that ain't cute. No, that ain't cute. So you falling for him again? You gonna call him again? You gonna call him? You falling for him? I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not. Sorry, and he, Karen. Okay, we know right now you can't run Andy. Andy do what she want to do, and it's crazy because both of y'all got secrets from each other. You ain't told Karen. You ain't told Andy that you pregnant, and what's that girl name? Andy ain't told Karen that she run around here having threesomes and the demand and the jet and all that stuff. So both of them got secrets against each other. But it's like, I don't know. I didn't want to say this, but Karen, she does come out very bitter. She can't get her man. She can't get nobody running up behind her talking about, sorry, and he wants you back. She can't get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like misery loves company, just like Danny was telling her in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So she out here left with a baby. While Andy out here with the bags and the cars and the jets, and she can choose what she want. And side note, Aaron, did y'all notice he was knock needed? That's neither here nor there. So, and then they like, oh no, you're not gonna do it. And then she was like, well, I still think that it's cute. So they both get back in the car, and she said, oh girl, watch this. Girl, the door done closed on its own. I said, girl, one day, honey. I ain't never been no Rose Worst girl, but child, if somebody buy one, I sure will take it. I sure will. Anyway, so we all go on, and then the scene with Zach and Fatima. So they're in the room. They're at Fatima's house, of course, because Zach is still getting his house done. He walks in, and they're talking, and Zach is like very intrigued, like, oh, you did all that for me? And she's like, yeah. And then she's like, oh, I can't believe you would take the charge for me. He was like, shoot, yeah, I would. And then she's like, I'm gone. I'm in this. All the doors are down. I'm in it. You got me. He said, that's what I want. I want to have you. So girl, they ended up doing what they doing, making Fatima real good. The dinner is the dinner, if you know what I mean. And so then they end up finishing a session. They all in the sweat, in the glistening, and in the love. And Zach want to go again. Fatima says she can't go no more. Then Zach like, look at me. No, I'm going to go play basketball. So you going to play basketball at 10 o'clock at night? Yeah, he going to play basketball at 10 o'clock at night. Because we got this thing here. It's called midnight basketball. They be going to play basketball at night. They do. I done been before. And ain't no big deal. Then I just stopped wanting to go. But anyway, so Fatima don't trust him because she got trust issues, and she always threatens Zach, don't play with me, I'll bust you up. People come out the back door, and then they'll come beat you up. And then Zach like, I don't know if I'm scared or in love or intrigued or whatever. So he confused. So they come to an understanding that they have to talk, they have to trust each other and all of that. But why did Zach get up and ain't took damn bath with his shirt off? And then they messed around, and she talking about his feet was stinking. So you didn't make him take no bath when he got home? I don't know. I guess that's a man for you. I mean, she like it stinking. I don't know. And he like to go play ball funky. Because she said they been going all night. He didn't go to the bathroom and nothing. He just walked out the door. Anyway, that's Zach and Fatima. So then, the scene of it all is when Calvin and Sabrina, they go to dinner, right? They should have switched shirts, like Maurice suggested, because if they probably would have switched shirt, well, that shirt is still a little, but it ain't see, you can't see the nipples. You know, the man, they over there talking, laughing. Oh, it's a good night. Then this man come over that used to bank with Sabrina at the old bank. And he like, do you remember me, Sabrina? Do you remember me, Sabrina? And then she's like confused. Oh, no, yeah, no. You know, and he said, oh, I always wanted to talk to you. I always wanted to do talk to you, get your number. Hear my number. Yeah, I don't see you here with anybody. Calvin. I'm here, bro. You know I'm on a date. I can't do this right now because I'm on a date. Oh, who? You, lace shirt. Okay. You. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then Sabrina like, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. Because Sabrina is very passive. It's okay. It's okay. But this dude over here, Calvin, he's very aggressive. You're not going to disrespect me. So the African guy, I guess he walks off. He back over there with his friend. They like, man, dude, they over there together. So he going over there. So here we are right here. These two people, calm down, calm down. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It is not okay. Calm down. It's okay. So this Negro, he jumped Billy B. Billy B.A. He jumps up, that they say, punks jump up to get beat down. What up, mommy? He goes over there. Who you talking to? He called him a band. We all know what a band is. So he like, oh, yeah. I told you I'm sorry. Yeah, you gonna say you sorry. Calm down. So they exchange words, right? And so he commits to hit the African guy. I don't know. I don't remember his name. I'm gonna call him Paulo. He hits Apollo, and then I just made that man name up, child. I'm just gonna call him anyway until I know his name. He hits Apollo, and then Apollo like, oh, karate. Girl, when I tell you he karate kicked, he karate kicked. He karate kicked Calvin. Calvin wasn't expecting that. They talk about when you go low, we go high. I guess he went high, he went low. And when I tell you that man karate kicked, hi-ya, and then came back with the punch in the face, it was over. I'm like, Calvin, do you like get beat up in front of Sabrina? Do you like getting beat up in front of your girl? This is the second time. Now the first, I give him credit because the first time he screamed, but this time he just took it. And he failed. Maybe they'll come back, next scene where he not getting beat up as much. But yeah, he got beat up with that lace shirt on, talking trash. Stop it. He like a little one of them little chihuahua pit bulls. But anyway, that's pretty much the episode of Sisters. If I missed anything, charge it to my head and not my heart. And remember, Jesus loves you. I am Sheila B. Love. Please comment, like, subscribe. I done got 100 subscribers. I am so happy. I'm trying to move on up. Move on up. Run them on up. Run them up. Hold on. Run them on up. Run them on up. He's sorry. And he wants you back. All right. I gotta go. Bye.